Welcome into RSC Men's Golf Media Day from Point Park University, joined by Pioneers head coach Gabe Boubon. Gabe, thanks for being here.
Hey, KT, thanks for having me.
All right, let's get into it. Your thoughts about Point Park Men's Golf coming into this spring 2024 season?
Well, we are kind of just mixing and matching as we go at this point. We had a pretty successful fall. We won our last tournament, had some good showings, third place. Had some individual success. Troy won some tournaments, but we lost Tyler. Tyler Hilliard graduated, so we brought in two transfers for the spring, Anthony Maltoni and Laurice Vallant from France. So, I mean, I don't really know what to expect. We have high expectations, but being that we have a new group of kids, we're each tournament, each day is just going to be different until we all get accustomed to each other and what we're trying to accomplish.
So you mentioned not quite knowing, which is okay. You kind of had that in the fall with two or three new guys that were inserted right into the lineup, a couple at the top of the lineup and maybe throughout the lineup. But is it kind of like doing the fall again, where you had some new guys and now you just have more new guys for spring?
Yeah, it's been an interesting year back. Started off with a lot of guys and a couple kids transferred, so we brought in a couple kids, and we're just kind of filling in as we go. When you're trying to rebuild something, you're gonna have your ups and downs. But I mean, we have a very competitive group of five. Which five it's going to be, we'll see. But they're all capable of scoring. And the thing I like about this team is we have a lot of older guys, 21, 22 years old. So I think in golf, experience goes a long ways. When you have a team of all freshmen, you have a lot of ups and downs. But when you have a lot more mature guys, the consistency is there more often than not.
So let's take a look back at that fall season. At the top of the lineup, Troy Lowry just had an unbelievable fall. He wasn't the only newcomer, but you also had some veterans that stepped up and played some good golf. Talk to us about that fall.
Yeah, Troy, we brought in Troy with big expectations. He was an All-American JUCO, so he came in and did what I thought he was going to do. I mean, he won a couple tournaments. But yeah, he's just consistent. That's the biggest thing with him. Really, really good with his wedge game around the greens. Saves himself a lot. But no, he's doing what he's expected to do. Hopefully, he just continues it. The guy I've been most impressed with has been Anthony Santilli. He's a senior now, but to be the only guy that's been left over, I've really just seen him progress. Now he's the type of kid who he hits the ball a long ways, and his scorecard is always crazy. He'll have 6 birdies and 4 doubles and a bogey, and then you're just like, I don't even know what you just shot, but a good round. But he's been getting more consistent. I think the big numbers are really starting to go away. And, I mean, it's good to see the progress he has made. And for him to be a senior, it's nice to have him playing for something of importance, because the last couple of years they weren't in too many in contention too many times. So this is good for him. He's learning a lot about himself. And then the other guy, Tharsis Kalinda, has been a nice transfer for us. He took second place in the tournament. He's pretty consistent. He's learning to stop making the silly mistakes. In the beginning, he would give away 3, 4, 5 shots a tournament on just silly things that could really be fixed. And then Alex Zinks is a freshman. Has a really good work ethic. He's been working hard. His biggest thing is just trying to find some consistency, staying focused for the entire 18 holes. But he wants to get better, and he's working hard at it.
So, you mentioned in the Women's Golf Media Day, this is your second stint back with Point Park Golf in about a year since you came back. Back whenever you were going to national tournaments, there was always the aspect of you really had some competitive type of guys and women. Tell us about that. It's not just on the course and what your score is, kind of the competitive nature that you always like to see in your players that has been noticed. If you could elaborate on that part.
Yeah, I mean, all 6 of the guys, they really are. They're very competitive. They take it very serious. The biggest thing is getting them to get more on the team aspect of it. Golf is a very individual sport, and these guys all have had some individual success. But it's trying to hone it together, that we're all kind of playing for each other, because it's a lot more fun to go to the national tournament as a team than as an individual. But like I said, it's a process, and at the end of the day, I mean, I think we look pretty good on paper, but the guys got to go out there and play. They got to go out there and do it, and we have a pretty good spring schedule coming up. So, I mean, at the end of the day, our goal is to be prepared when the conference comes along. We've won it 4 or 5 years in the past, and as a coach, that's our expectations. Now it's just getting the guys to believe in it a little bit more, but they know we're capable.
So what is the key to that RSC championship? You know the course. You had a chance to have these guys play in the preview. You can talk about that fall preview, and then the key to in April, the conference championship this spring.
Well, I'm a true believer. The more you know a course, the better you're going to do. You can't just go out there once, play a course, and expect to be prepared. So we've had a couple rounds on it. We went down there on spring break, played 2 days down there. It's just being confident on that course, having a game plan, and pretty much just executing it. But, in the past, we've always played numerous rounds at the conference tournament course. It just prepares you for when, the big stage is there.